Schools are to reopen on January 10th to hybrid learning. But the million-dollar question is whether parents, given the increasing numbers of COVID-19 cases, are prepared to send their children back to school. Social media has been buzzing with activity as thousands have chimed in to give their perspective on the matter. A News 5 poll reflects that the planned hybrid learning by the Ministry of Education has been polarizing or getting mixed reviews. There are those who believe that the distance learning strategy has been working over the past few semesters and support letting this continue given the ongoing pandemic. But then there are those who do not have access to resources for online learning, so they have been lost to the system. There are also those who want children back in the classrooms because it's been 2 years since their little ones have been away.
We all know how serious the effects have been on our students, having been out of the classroom now for close to 2 years. And this is something we've been working toward. This is not a new decision. It's not a rash decision. It's really been very careful and it's taken a while for us to get to this point. Where we are now is moving toward having our schools return for hybrid learning in January.
And although the ministry says it was not a rash decision, when News 5 took to the streets in downtown Belize City, residents going about their daily routine had varied opinions about the reopening of schools. In the case of Christine Leng, the spiking active cases of COVID-19 has her rethinking her plan to send her children back to school in the next few days.
To be honest, I was, yes, but with the cases going above right now, way there, nah, I think so.
Because that they try to say how they can do a hybrid learning, so they send them to school, some to school, and then they do some online, no?
Yes, sir. But I don't know. School may open already, and I still never send them, and I may contemplate this term. But with the cases are rising, I don't think so.
So you would prefer that they just remain online?
Yes, sir.
Does it work for your kids?
It sure did.
But while online learning worked for Leng and her family, Nicolee Flores says that it is different for her boys.
I really want school open back to so the kids they could get an education, because right now the kids just step on the street just to play. I agree with the online, but then majority of the kids are not being in class due to the online classes, due to the device, and some of them don't have access to internet. Different challenges, so I agree that the school's supposed to open back, but with precaution. With a lot of precaution for the kids especially.
First and foremost, I'm a teacher. I don't have any kids, but I have siblings. And yes, I would send them because a lot of the schools had gotten the green light. So it's up to us as the parents to start the precautionary measurement from home and for the school to continue to instill it. So it can be safe if we all follow protocols, because remember, kids lead by examples. So if we, the teachers, and we, the parents, set the right pace, then definitely the kids can follow.
Teacher Kanisha Gomez was among those who say that the mechanism must be tested.
The only way you'll know if the plan will work if you put it to test. So you have to try. We're saying distance learning, hybrid learning, but we won't know if it works unless we put it to test. So we have to try. That's the only way we will know. So I am okay with it.
You got to be concerned because the kids is the number one. The kids are everything for us. We are more worried about the kids more than us. So you got to be concerned, but at the same time, the kids are out of school too long. The kids need to be in school, because the kids are the younger generation and be the future of tomorrow. Those are the ones who's going to be the lawyer, the ministers, so the kids need to be in school.
Whether they feel prepared or not, the safety of children is the overarching principle for everyone.
I always feel it's better being in the school, but right now, my kids' life better off the way how it is right now.
We recognize that, there were instances of COVID in the schools. We recognize that based on those situations that we monitored, that the COVID cases seem to have originated mostly from outside the schools. And what we saw was that within the schools, that procedures and protocols were being followed.
Dwayne Moody for News 5.